Keeping Safe and Healthy Eating are two computer programs using BBC machines priced £15.33 inclusive. There are also 3 pupils' workbooks, including photocopiable material, published by Forbes Publications, price £9.95 each. Available from your local ITV Education Officer or from the Education Department, Central ITV, Broad Street, Birmingham B1 2JP. Telephone 021 643 9898.
Think of something dangerous. Whether it's canoeing down Mount Everest or skiing through the Alps, it'll be someone's idea of fun. In this program, we're going to look at some dangerous activities, among them climbing and motor rallying. How do the experts try to keep safe?
Ian and I have been rallying together for nearly 10 years. In all the time I've rallied with him, I think I can count on the fingers of one hand the number of serious accidents we might have had and didn't.
Pat and Ian Beveridge risk their lives every time they go to a rally, but they are driving experts and they know the risks they're taking. Most of us don't know the risks we're taking. And that can be even more dangerous.
When we arrive at the start of a rally, the first thing we have to do is check the car very carefully to make sure that everything is there before we present it to the scrutineer. That's the man who's going to check it for all its special safety features. He will check that we have a first aid kit, the fire extinguishers are in place, that the seat belts are really strongly anchored to the floor of the car, and that the seats of the car are not going to move. You can't slide your seat backwards and forwards in a rally car, it has to be absolutely fixed.
Steel bars that run down the side of the car and right across the roof protect Pat and Ian from being crushed if their car rolls over. The scrutineer checks that their helmets are new and will give their heads the best possible protection in the case of a crash. If all the safety features are satisfactory, the car is passed to enter the rally.
Thank you very much. Okay.
In a rally, cars don't race along the road together. They're timed separately over a special section of road called a stage. Whoever finishes the stages in the fastest time wins. Not all the drivers do finish. That's when they're thankful for their car's special safety equipment.
Time to go, Ian. Everything seems very loose once you're shaking about in the car. You have to put your helmet on, make sure it fits properly. It's no good it bobbing about on the top of your head. You have to make sure that the seat belts are really tight. As soon as you start moving at speed and over the bumpy track, you'd be surprised how loose those belts can feel. So you have to tighten all the straps very carefully.
Can you hear me?
Not yet, no, I'm not plugged in. Hang on. Right, can you hear me now?
That's better.
Good.
Modern rally cars are very noisy inside, so we can't speak to one another inside the rally car without using a system of intercoms, rather like airline
Another
pilots.
one. That's it. I'm ready when you are then.
The marshal calls you up and you know that there's only a minute before you've got to set off at at high speed. So it's a very tense few moments, and believe me, it's probably the quickest minute of your whole life when you're waiting to start a stage.
Some logs, but they'll be cautioned.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Yeah, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. Square left, yeah.
Flat right to medium left. Junction square right.
I am the co-driver, which is a strange title because I don't drive. I am the driver's assistant, really.
500 yards straight.
In the competitive sections where we're actually really rallying, I have to tell Ian what's coming up, give him a warning where to go at each junction, and try to give him as much help as I can as to what he might expect to find.
Hey left for a ford. Careful.
Okay. There's the K left. But the condition of the road is fairly critical for us, because if we hit a wet patch and we're going too fast, that means the difference to us between staying on the road and having an accident.
Tyres don't grip the road as well when it's wet. Cars take longer to stop and are more difficult to control. The speed of rallying makes it dangerous. But just driving at normal speed through town to the next stage has its own particular dangers.
The main problem people have driving on ordinary roads is that there are far more things to concentrate on, like pedestrians and dogs running out. It's almost endless, the list.
How is this boy going to cross the road? Is that safe? Let's look again. What's wrong with this? And what about this girl? She signaled, but she didn't look behind her.
Personally, I feel far more apprehension driving on the open road. Actually, driving down an ordinary road is far more fraught with danger. On a road, you have to worry about what the other person might do. Pedestrians not looking where they're going. People not looking where they're going, so their cars are obviously not under proper control. People driving without indicating, suddenly turning off. Children on bikes who really haven't been taught proper road safety.
Hello, look at this kiddie on the bike.
Accidents don't have to happen. It's up to us.
Rock climbing is dangerous, but if you go about it the right way, with the right attitude, it's a very safe and very enjoyable sport.
Morning everyone, I'm Rick. First of all, we're going to show you one or two things about how to climb safely. And first of all, no running
A
around
day
the
with
corners.
Ricky Marconi involves plenty of dangerous-looking activity.
Is no one to climb without a rope.
I teach a lot of activities which people think are dangerous and they would never want to have a go at in a million years. And the idea is to get them to try things that they wouldn't normally have a go at.
When I saw it, I thought it was a bit dangerous at first, especially if you had no belt.
I was terrified, and I didn't know how if I was asked to climb up there, how I would.
I was just thinking, well, if we're gonna climb that, well, if by for my life.
Whatever activity we do, we've got to make sure that the participants can do it safely.
Shout climbing, climbing. I've got to be able to hear this.
Climbers wear safety helmets and a harness that prevents them from falling. It is connected to a safety rope which is locked to the instructor.
That's it, you've got it. So when you get a good foothold, step up onto it. Right, that's it. That's it.
By concentrating on the basic skills of rock climbing, good footholds and handholds and safety equipment, keeping safe is not as difficult as it looks.
Look for another spot to put your foot. Your left foot up a bit, left foot onto that ledge. That's it. That's it. Keep going, keep going. Right.
Climbing.
Look down at your foothold so you can see where they are.
I was scared of the rock climbing because it was a bit high. I looked down and my foot just slipped.
That's it.
I thought I was going to drop down to the bottom, but Rick just got me.
Look where you're putting your feet. I've got you. I've got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've got you.
You have someone on the safety rope and someone else around to advise or help out if there's any problems. It is actually safer than if it was somebody in the home doing something which looked harmless.
Well done. Well done.
The main reason I had accidents was that I just loved climbing things when I was little. I even climbed up a cabinet because I was trying to eat some chocolates because I wanted to eat some for my breakfast. And then all of a sudden, I just fell down.
We're going to do this assault course now. Everything on this is safe if you do it properly. Okay, so Tyrone, I want you to be first. So you go up the top, and when you get to the top, turn around and come back down the other way. Okay. Geronimo.
Well, the death slide, it's pretty scary when you go up on it. The ladder separated half at the top and you had to go from one onto another. That was probably one of the most scary bits. It was quite scary if you looked down and you could see everyone below you looking up at you. I closed my eyes when I jumped off the edge.
The death slide is an extremely dangerous looking piece of equipment, but if it's used correctly, it's perfectly safe.
Proper use of equipment is very important. Start fooling around and you're asking for trouble.
Okay, Rachel, concentrate where you're going. Look where you're putting your feet. That's it. Concentrate.
When I was on the rope bridge, I wasn't looking at the water. I was looking where I was putting my feet.
You're doing well,
I was
Rachel.
rather frightened in case I fell in or let go.
Don't forget to push on the ropes. That's
When
it.
children are being supervised in a dangerous looking activity, they concentrate. But when children are doing activities on their own, they're far more liable to pay more attention to what's going on elsewhere than what they're actually doing.
Nigel, if you're not going to do it properly, just put it.
Just a moment's lack of concentration can turn the simplest household activity into a nasty accident.
I was making a pot of tea. I should have kept my mind on what I was doing. I was very badly scalded.
You don't really think all the time about safety. When I was going through the house, I didn't really look at the iron flecks.
Don't dispute, yeah? You're dead. Lift it up.
Could have got burnt.
Tyrone is going to be our man. He's going to be in the tent. Okay, so Tyrone, into the tent. Now, what we've got to do is that you lot have all got to run off into the woods and hide. And the idea is to sneak up as carefully as you can on Tyrone so that he doesn't see or hear you. Okay, off you go. Quick, 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 quick.
You're looking around. Then you see all these flies and wasps flying around. You get scared. Thinking, where is everybody? Where are you?
Tyrone is actually surrounded by friends. He could be in much greater danger on his own at home.
Hello, who is it?
There's been an accident, young man. Can we use your phone?
What do you think he should do?